Hey Lashpreneurs, on this chat, we're going to talk about the top 5 ways to build a clientele that is specifically working for our students inside of our business coaching program, the Lashpreneur Society. If this is your first time joining me, hi, my name is Tara Walsh. I'm a business coach and consultant for beauty service providers. So I have a special place in my heart for lash artists. However, all of this will apply if you have a beauty service-based business. All right, so let's dive in. Top way, number 1, to build a clientele, you got to have a website. I mean, can you really even call yourself a business in the 21st century if you don't have a website? A website is where the conversion of the appointment happens. It's where the client goes to learn all about your business. All the information about your business should live on your website. Take it from your head, put it on your website. It should also handle the objections, the thing that's stopping them from actually booking the appointment. That's what your website should have. It should be user-friendly. It should be a really seamless experience. It should match and be aligned with your brand. So, from your social media pages to your website to when they walk in the door, it should all be very consistent. It doesn't have to be super fancy. It doesn't have to have all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. Even a most basic website is the place to start because that's where all of your traffic, all of your marketing, all of your social media, all of your ads, all of that should be leading to your website because that is actually where the booking happens. So if you don't have a website, that would be the first thing that I would work on. And it's probably why your marketing is not effective if you don't have a website. Number 2, what's working really well? Word of mouth. Word of mouth is always something that I think a lot of people don't understand that that's actually marketing. I will get questions of like, how do I build a clientele? And I ask, well, what are you doing for marketing? And they very rarely say word of mouth marketing or having my clients refer their friends and family. That is marketing, and you can actually have intention behind it and not just like hope and pray that a client actually talks about your services to someone else. You can be intentional about increasing the amount of word of mouth marketing that your clients are doing. There's a couple of different ways to do that. You could offer some sort of incentive to them, although not necessary. Clients will refer people to you, whether they're paid to do so or not. But think about it from a marketing standpoint. If you pay your client who's referring a friend by way of a discount on a future service, that is a marketing cost, right? And it's likely less expensive than using some sort of paid ads or other sorts of types of marketing. But the word of mouth marketing, even just being intentional about asking your client at checkout, hey, do you have any friends or family that would be interested in getting services? Or hey, have you talked about, has anybody shown interest in your services? Here's my business card. Go ahead and send them my way. Or, being intentional. Hey, I heard you talking about your friend that's getting married. If she needs lashes, let me know. Or hey, I noticed your friend that came in or your daughter struggling with acne, like have her come see me for facials. Being intentional about asking for that business in a non-sleazy kind of salesy kind of way. Just you're trying to serve. She has friends that, might want lashes or might want skincare or might want waxing. Be intentional for the ask to have them refer to you. Number 3, what's working really, really well right now are Google ads. So the difference between like social media ads, especially boost posts, which don't waste your money on a boost post, please. Google ads is the intention behind the search that works really well to convert into clients. So when you have a Google ad, somebody is actively searching at that point for the keywords that you are targeting with your ad. So as an example, if somebody is searching for lash artist near me, they are actively at that moment searching for you, right? Or your competitors, but you can show up with an ad. So there is a lot, while Google ads may be more costly than say running Facebook ads or boosting a post, you get better quality traffic, you get better quality leads that are more likely to convert. So even if you end up spending double on your ads, you're likely to have much more better ROI because you're getting more conversions from a Google ad. So Google ads are working really, really well for our students inside the Lashpreneur Society. Number 4, referrals from strategic partners. Now, this is something that I don't hear talked about a lot. It actually works really, really well in my business, was finding other businesses or service providers that are complementary or in front of my ideal type of client, my target market, and either collaborating with them, finding opportunities to cross-promote, or even just getting your work on them so they become a walking billboard in front of the eyes that you're trying to get into your business. So if you think about anybody who might be in front of your ideal types of clients, really understanding where are your ideal types of clients hanging out. You can do real estate agents. So anybody who's new to the area who might be looking for a new service provider, either get in their little welcome gift basket or get your lashes on them if they're a woman, or, provide the services so that, when they're with clients showing houses or doing open houses, They're a billboard for you. Gym, anybody involved with a gym, whether it's personal trainers or front desk people, waitresses, servers, bartenders, like people who are in front of a lot of your ideal types of clients, even like the most influential ladies at your church group, right? Can you work with them to get your lashes or your services or your results on them? Because those girls will, once they find gold, they'll tell everybody, right? So really being intentional about who can you work with to either get your work on them at discounted or, free services because it's a marketing expense, right? Or other like hairstylists, they are talking to their clients all day. They're looking in mirrors at their clients all day. It would be a great opportunity for them to tell about them. You can work out whatever collab or trade or whatever makes sense for your business, but really being intentional about working with other business owners for a mutually beneficial relationship. Now, that doesn't always mean dollar for dollar or client for client. It could look a lot of different ways. The example that I use or that worked well for me is I did a collaboration with an esthetician who did a lot of facials and really results-driven skincare. So it wasn't an equal benefit for me to go get facials from her as frequently as she was getting her lash fills, right? So she would come back every 3 weeks for her lash fills, but I'd only be getting a facial every 6 to 8 weeks. And I didn't really want more than that. So it wasn't necessarily an equal trade service for service. She would get 2 to 3 services by the time I got one. However, what made it equal and a mutually beneficial relationship was she was able to provide way more clients to me than I was to her. So really the trade was she would get lashes and I would get clients. And we were okay with that. And it was a great trade. And it worked for both of us. And when you're setting out to have a connection and a collaboration with another business owner, I recommend that you, because they probably won't do this, you establish what the relationship is, what the benefit is, and if at any point somebody's feeling like it's just not working out, that you open up that communication and say, and if at any point it's not working out, please let me know. I want to make sure we're maintaining a relationship or we can adjust the agreement or, what we're doing to really benefit both of us. Never do I want it to feel like one person is way more benefiting than the other. And that really helps set the boundary where you kind of test it out for 90 days, that you guys are going to cross promote each other and then check in and see like, hey, how did it work for you? Do you want to keep doing it? Are you good? Always give them the out. That way it doesn't have this kind of like hurt resentment of like, well, I gave her 6 clients and she didn't do anything. No. We establish the expectation, the relationship. We can test it out and give everybody the option to have an out if it doesn't end up working. But ideally, once you find really good strategic partners, it's a really great ongoing strategy for you to have consistent leads without you having to check in with the partner all the time. And then number 5, what's working really well. I know you're going to hate me for saying this, and you're going to be like, I don't get it. It's not working for me. Instagram. It really is, but probably not in the way that you think. Most people, their Instagram strategy is, I just need to post, right? Like, okay, I'll do reels, but there's no real strategy behind it to get the client to go into a conversation with you. What's working really well for us, is when we have like lives or posts or, reels that go out or stories is, hey, DM me. Right? DM me #society and let's talk about the society. In fact, that's my call to action today. If you want to learn how to market your business and go from overlooked to fully booked, just DM me #society and let's have a conversation about where you're at in your business. It starts the conversation going. What I kind of have noticed with social media, specifically more Instagram, especially after the pandemic, is people want so much more connection. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard. They want to feel understood. They want to make sure that you know what problems they have that you might be able to solve them. Yes, most of the DMs you're going to get right off the bat are going to be, how much do you charge? I can teach you how to have that conversation that you actually don't give price until the very end, and that price becomes like maybe 3 or 4 priority points down on what their actual buying decision is. When you just answer with price based on, how much do you charge? $100 for a full set or $200 for a full set, you are giving the most expensive service that you have and not really what they need to consider for their budget, because the ongoing maintenance appointments is what you need to focus and what they need to be considering for their budget. The full set is just to get them in the door. Discount all you want, your full sets, I don't care. It really is about customer lifetime value. How many more times are they coming back? How often are they coming back? And the value of the client each time. So we can play with what gets them in the door, but really the fills are the bread and butter. If you're a lash artist, facials, it's like, can we get packages or get them on some sort of maintenance plan or some sort of results driven plan where, every 6 weeks they're coming in and we're having progress and results ongoing. We really need to look at the customer lifetime value. So it really isn't a fair way to present your business and what you offer if you give the highest price service right off the bat without context of that's just the beginning, like that's just the initial service. Really ongoing, it's $60 every 2 weeks for about an hour, right? We give the highest price and the longest service as like our selling point of like, this is what it's going to cost. And no wonder clients ghost us, and they will only compare you to other price points in the area. Where if you can start to provide value, what you're an expert in, what solution or what pain points you solve with your specific services, you are blowing your competition out of the water who's just giving price point. Now you have an informed potential client who is comparing value to price point everywhere else. Well, when I DM'd your competitor, they only gave me price point and time. And this girl walked me through a whole thing of what she can do for me and how she can help me and how she understands my problems. It's relational marketing, and that happens inside the DMs rather than the just generic text or call to book an appointment. Do you know how impersonal that is? That really just tells me that you don't want to talk to people and you don't really want clients, which when you're in a public facing service providing thing that has to do with beauty and somebody's looks, that's a turnoff. That's a red flag right there. But yes, Instagram to get people into the DMs. So focus on consistency, even if consistency is only 2 times a week. Reels are going to get you more bang for your buck. So even if it takes you a longer time to do reels as opposed to just, showing an after photo, you're going to get more views and you're going to get more algorithm prioritization when you're doing something like reels. So focus on consistency and just keep inviting people into conversation. Conversations don't really happen in the comments as much anymore. They really happen in the DMs. And DMs, the cool thing is that you can hyperlink, right? You can send them directly to the booking page or to a specific page on your website that has more information when you see that it's warranted, right? You don't necessarily always want to just go with the link right away. That's a really hard sell. Like, how much do you charge? Here's the link to book for me. That's really impersonal. People are really looking for more connection with people because we've been so disconnected for so long. Really how to shift and pivot your social media strategy is to focus more on the connection piece. And I know y'all are like, but I already, I have so much to do in a day. How am I supposed to prioritize DMing people? Well, it's really a priority of where is your time best spent to get the best results. A lot of what you're probably doing in your business is not helping you grow, is not helping you build your clientele, increase your sales. You're probably wasting your time and energy on a lot of things that really aren't helping you to grow. So prioritize the actions in your business that are going to help it grow. All right, so to sum up, the top 5 ways to build a clientele that's really working for our students inside the Lashpreneur Society right now: having a website, word of mouth marketing, Google Ads, referrals from other strategic businesses or collaborating with other business owners, and Instagram. So if you want to learn more about how becoming a student in the Lashpreneur Society, or you want to talk more about marketing your business and building a clientele, will you DM me #society and we'll talk more about it. Happy to chat. All right, guys, have a good one.